everyone, it's Paper Crafting Mama, and I am back, yes, finally back with some more paper crafting tutorials. I realize I've been MIA for quite a while, but I'm ready to get back into the swing of things, and I'm excited to start my comeback off with my 8 weeks of Halloween. So for the next 8 weeks, I will be sharing with all of you some really fun Halloween paper crafting projects. Our first Halloween project will be this adorable mini hand sanitizer holder. These are really quick and easy to make, and I actually got lucky and was able to find packs of 3 of these 1-ounce hand sanitizers at my Dollar Tree for $1, which is a little bit cheaper than going to somewhere like Bath & Body Works and just getting 1 for $1. But let's jump right in and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to get a sheet of cardstock, and you're going to want to cut it out so that it is 3.5 by 5.5, and I'm using pumpkin pie cardstock from Stampin' Up. And once you get it cut out, you're going to score it lengthwise at 2 1/4 and then 3 1/4, and then you're going to go ahead and turn it. You're going to score it at 1 inch and 2.5 inches. So I've already cut and scored. So the next step I'm going to do is go ahead and fold along all of my score lines. Once it's all scored, you're going to go ahead and grab a pair of scissors. I have some paper snips here. And you're going to just cut up on your score lines to make little tabs. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. So once everything is cut, scored, and folded, you should have something that looks like this. So we're going to set that aside for just a second. You're also going to need some patterned or designer series paper. I went ahead and picked out a really pretty orange plaid paper for mine. So you're going to need to cut 2 pieces that are 1 3/8 by 2 1/8, and this will be for your front and your back. And you'll need 2 more pieces that are 7/8 by 2 1/8, and these will be for the sides. So the first thing is I'm going to start with these pieces right here. I'm going to go ahead and take some snail adhesive and attach that to the front and back cover of my cardstock base. So just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my snail adhesive again and put them on the 2 middle tabs of our little box. And then I'm going to get some red sticky tape, and I'm going to add that to one side. Once you get all of those on, I like to go ahead and take all of this stuff off first before I start putting my little box or bag together. I find that it's easier to work with when I have all of this already off and ready. So the first thing I'll do is on this side where we added the sticky strip will be the side that I will stick to the little middle tabs. I'll come do the same thing on the other side. And then once I have those together, I just have to bring this side up and attach the other sides to it, like so. There we got it. It's already taking shape. Now what we can do is we can come back and grab our other 2 pieces of our pattern paper, add a little bit of adhesive to the back, and then add them to the sides. Of course, we're going to do the same to the other side. Alright, so there's our little box, and our hand sanitizer will fit nicely in there. You could leave it like this if you wanted, but I'm going to add a few more touches to it, especially because I want to make these Halloween treats. So the first thing I did is I took a little pumpkin stamp, and I went ahead and stamped it on some Whisper White cardstock. I used pumpkin pie ink to stamp my pumpkin so that it matched the cardstock base of my little box. And then I'm going to take a 1-inch circle punch to punch this little pumpkin out. I'm also going to take some extra pumpkin pie cardstock and the 1 1/4 scallop punch and punch that out. I'm going to go ahead and flip my pumpkin over real quick and just add a little bit of adhesive to the back and attach that to my scallop. There we go. I then went ahead and used some Stays-On black ink to stamp out the words Trick or Treat onto the Whisper White cardstock. For this particular one, I used this punch, and it actually fit perfectly for this little saying. And then for this one, I want to show you all something a little bit different. I'm going to take the Stampin' Up! Ticket Duo punch, and I'm going to use the biggest punch down here. So I'm going to line up my words towards one end, and then I'm going to go ahead and punch it out. And then I'm going to come back through. I'm going to stick it back into this side just where it needs to be. And then I'm going to punch it again. And then you can get a cool little design like this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn both of these over. And I'm going to get some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. I'm going to add one to the back of my pumpkin. And then one to the back of my Trick or Treat saying. And I'm just going to add my pumpkin to the top of my box. And I'm going to add my Trick or Treat saying right below that. And there you go. Now as you see on this one, I did add some ribbon to make a little handle. So all I did for that is I punched a hole on each side and then ran a ribbon through and tied a knot. Or you could leave it just like this. I hope you've enjoyed this paper crafting tutorial. I'm glad to be back, and I hope to see you all back next week for another Halloween paper craft. Thanks for watching. Bye.